Tough day today. So Jesus came round and he's been beating the shit out of me. I won't tell you exactly what the dynamics are. And essentially he just wants me to speak, because if I can speak, I get better. The more depressed I am, the harder it is to speak. So, when you have the shit kicked out of you, it's hard to be depressed when it still hurts. You know the depression, it's in your head. You think about it, but you don't necessarily feel depressed unless you feel alone. And unfortunately, Jesus is my friend in my head, was my friend. I've got hypnosis going on with me at the moment. I've had hypnosis for the past 3 years telling me Jesus is a good guy. And I've got all the story as to why Jesus is a good guy. His reincarnation, his reincarnation, why he's a good guy. And it's a compelling story. But the point is, I'm angry with him first. I'm still angry with him. I'm still annoyed at him, and I need my space to be able to say, hang on a second, Jesus might be a good guy. But you know what? I'm not making this live stream about anybody else. Jesus has died in my heart. Really, really sad to say. But that's where I am in life. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's only Jesus. It's only Jesus. And Jesus is the master of love. Yep. Jesus is the master of love. So if in my heart Jesus has died and love lives in the heart, Jesus lives on in my past and my memory, and I've given up on him, so I don't expect anything in the future. That's the God's honest truth. But what else lives in the heart but love? So, if he is a master, he will surely be able to reignite the flames of love for a master. So I've lost him as a friend. I've lost him as a friend. That might make it easier for me. I'm having money problems at the moment. I sort of half put myself here because life got insane, and I said, I've given so much effort to this life, getting on top of my finances over the past few years with half a brain. It's been unreal the amount of battles I've fought as a result. I'm in a bad way. And well, who knows? I half put it on him, you know, put it on Jesus' shoulders, the responsibility. It's Jesus. I'm just a dumb idiot human that's performing Superman abilities that can be explained. Nothing remarkable. It very much hurts, and nothing remarkable. You'll have to forgive me, I'm half going blind in the moment and half fixing my eyes. And what's happening is they're rewiring my senses and trying to regrow my sense of smell. And what they're making me smell is a bit disgusting at the moment. I say they, could be just where I am in terms of my my own physical body. It's just that I'm numb. I have got not got the best picture as to exactly what's going on. And as a result, when something happens like that, and I can see a picture forming, and I've been talking to spiritual masters for so many years, I say this is what's going on. But instead, it's just me operating blind through a numb body, trying to heal it. And it works. I don't know how efficiently, but it works. And because I'm numb, I notice things like my smell coming back and returning, and my vision going away, or anything else with my senses. And it can look like, if you've been alone and speaking spiritual masters in your head and out loud for many years, and not seeing the bigger picture of what all your hard work has been doing, then it making sense, and then it going back to the old where it's like working in the dark. And in that moment, gets taken away from being one's own reward and doing, because there is no reward. We're blind. We don't know. I don't know how effective it is. I just know that if I keep plugging away, I should win. And that's why I say it's effective. I don't know how effective, and it could be like I've got to experience 3 weeks of sheer hell, where it's like present moment is so bad all of the time, and you're forced to work. You're not being able to have certain luxuries. As I said, this is the fifth time or something I've tried to reheat this coffee. The battle I've had to go through to make this live stream is unreal. Ugh. I'm just taking a minute, because in the past I would have said my brain stopped working. I've forgotten the sentence, but I don't know. I might just remember today. But because I said what I just said, explained to you what I was doing, I've forgotten now. So we'll just have to pick up again. Okay, coffee is done. I need my coffee, and then we're going to make some chocolate nut butter spread, not properly. And I can't make chocolate nut butter spread. I haven't got olive oil. I normally make it with olive oil. So there's a few options in this moment. We're at a roundabout. Yeah, Americans, you don't know what a roundabout is. They tried to install one in America and you all crashed, every single one of you. Crazy idiots, you don't know how to drive around the roundabout. Come to Europe and have a hire car and take out the best insurance. That's all that's my best advice for you guys. But basically it's a big circle. And you know those interchanges in America that waste phenomenal amounts of concrete, petrol and diesel, and sending the cars half a mile, if not 10 miles. I don't know how big they get. But the car has to go a long, long way to get a short way that a roundabout can achieve in Europe. But you guys don't get it. So it's an interchange. We're at an interchange. And why are we at an interchange? Because I'm going to start describing these live streams in terms of taking you on a journey. We're on a constant journey. And it's a path, this journey. And it's a path. And spiritual masters, dinosaurs, royalty and peasants have all walked this path. And it's the best path, it's the only path, it's the path. But the problem is, and I'm going to do a Dr. Evil, I've been doing a Dr. Evil healing move. I need to do lots of that. That wasn't enough. I would have probably been there for about 15 minutes just stuck. Basically, my energy is upside down. And I've realized if I put my little finger like this to the top of my nose, I know how to hold my energy, that it realigns the correct way, at least for a millisecond, and my nose clicks without hardly any pressure. Just looks a bit like Dr. Evil. Back to the journey. I'll tell you what we're riding. We're riding cool. We're riding cool. We've got good transport. It's electric. It's electric, and the whole world fits in. And we're going along the way, on the path, upon the path, on, well, I thought I was going to tell you a different day, but I'll tell you now. We're all on an electric scooter. Gabriel's electric scooter, and it's got wings. I didn't realise that until about 2 seconds ago. My electric scooter's got wings, yeah. And it fits the whole world in. And we're all going along the way. Along the way, upon the path. The whole world. It's where we want to be. It's just a well-trodden path. A very well-trodden path. And I need my coffee. There are places to stop, things to see. I'm in and out of consciousness. I hate this story at the moment, but it's important. It will save me work in the future, and for that reason, I don't mind. It's a nice story to hear. I just found out my electric scooter's got wings. So, yeah. And we just hit a roundabout. We just hit a roundabout. Don't worry, Americans, you got a European driving. He knows how to handle roundabouts. We go left, not right, Americans. We go left. Well, at least here in Britain. We go left. I'm just thinking, why do Americans drive on the right? Why do Americans drive on the right? I thought it was where Napoleon didn't invade, they drive on the left. And Napoleon didn't invade the UK. And when naughty America, well, naughty Britain and naughty France went over to the Americas, I thought France took Canada and Britain took America. And, well, Napoleon's French and Britain isn't French. So in my head that says America should drive on the left. Why don't Americans drive on the left? Who knows? Who knows? And we've hit a roundabout, an interchange. We've hit an interchange along upon the path along the way. And well, this interchanges a meeting of energies. We've met a few different possibilities of how this live stream could go forward, including the title that we haven't touched upon because we're not going to get chocolate nut butter. Yeah, long story, but what came before money was chocolate nut butter. And we were going to eat chocolate nut butter. And I was going to tell you a story about what came before money. I'm in a really bad way with my body. You have to forgive me. It is severely, severely disabled at the moment. All these little movements you see is me just trying to cover up my body spasming. That's the absolute truth. And in fact, we all do that. And we claim them. We do it once, and it's like, all right, if I just go this way and pretend to myself, yeah, I'm confident in this little movement, the pain goes away. I go in the opposite direction to the pain by telling myself I'm confident with a spasm. A spasm. I just spasmed, but I didn't just spasm. I'm that was me. I look cool. Yeah, just rock my shoulder. But no, if you slow it down, get in the present moment enough. Don't hide it with meditation. Bring meditation to life and let life beat the shit out of you around all of your confident spasms. You realize maybe I shouldn't be so confident about that movement anymore. So there's a real honesty that has to happen. So let's go on to the roundabout. Let's find out what the signs say. We're pulling onto the roundabout. We're going round, and don't worry, Gabriel's a bit blind. We know he can see. He's asking someone in the back. Just shout out what that sign says, please. I can't really see it. What is it? You want? No, next sign. Next sign. But I need to know what the sign says. They need to know what the sign says. Possibly what came before money. Possibly what came before money. All right, let's go to the next sign. Oh, Gabriel is riding with some sort of spiritual confidence at the moment. His eyes are just open and closed. It's just ridiculous. It doesn't really matter on this path. You can drive with your eyes closed. It's legal. So what's the next sign say, everybody? The next sign. It says, tell us about your body more. Not depressed. That is the worst place to go, everybody. Do not go down that path. So there's only a few more exits on this roundabout, and I don't want to go round and round on a roundabout. I have done that in the past. I just feel like going round more than once. Has anybody ever done that in Europe? You're going round the roundabout, and for no reason you go round one more time. It just feels good, innit? Nah, the energy says I need one more round to the situation. Go round 40 times more. What is anybody gonna say? Is a policeman gonna arrest you for going round the roundabout 40 times when you only need to go round less than one? Enjoy it. I might switch the light off. it's going to look really dark all of a sudden. I'll put my second phone, my hotspot phone, on for light, and you can see me, and we'll go Blair Witch mode. The light is really, no, not straight in my face. How are we going to do this? Where's the best light? Yeah, on my body. So we go down that route sort of anyway. Um, yeah, I should think about this thing before, shouldn't I? Believe it or not, I don't get much opportunity. This is the best the additional light is going to achieve for us. And we have a 360. Tell me when the light is best and I should stop. Oh, does nothing, does it? Nope. You can't see that at all. Okay, well, I'm going to hold it and smoke and speak and drive. Or are we flying? Are we flying? Does Gabriel's electric scooter fly too? No. Gabriel's not an angel. Gabriel's just Gabriel. Oh, what was that? That was the third sign. Oh, I didn't know. Back on the scooter, winner. So what the third sign says? Oh, and oh, I just have to stop everybody on my. I got a head rush. Got a head rush. Oh, that's it. You're allowed to stop in the middle of a roundabout on this path. It's the best path. Best path. The third sign says, tell them about spiritual master. And Gabriel says, oh, please can we go on that exit, everybody? Tell them about spiritual master. Might cheer Gabriel up. But let's stop at the last sign and find out what that one says. There's only 4 exits on this roundabout. But what does that mean, Americans? Is there 4 exits or is there 5? Yeah, there's 5 exits on a roundabout, but we come onto the roundabout from one of the exits. So there's 4 exits, but 5 possible roads. And the last sign says, ah, the last sign says superheroes. I don't know where that one would lead. That one I haven't been down before. I've been trying to find that road for years, but no. So what exit are we going on? I need to know. So we're just driving up to the exit that we came on to the roundabout on. And we're about to hit the first roundabout exit. We're about to hit the first roundabout exit. Maybe put it higher. Okay. Good thinking on the tambourine. That's not straight in my eye. On the tambourine by the dustbin. On the bin bag, you say? On the bin bag. Can we get it on the bin bag? In the bin for the channel. There we go. We have candlelight. And the first exit, what did we say? What did we say it was? It was a difficult one. And I've forgotten what the first exit was, so I'm not going to go left on this one. It's not left on this one, everybody. No. Oh God, I've forgotten all the exit signs. So I'm going to pick a number between 1 and 4. And we're going to talk about something. I don't know what the sign said. And what's happened is Gabriel's gone round the roundabout in his brain. And unfortunately, his brain isn't the same as forgiving as the path we're all on. And Gabriel's become muddled. So we're going to talk about superheroes. We're going down exit 4, everybody. I half wanted to talk about Spiritual Master, but Spiritual Master feels too happy at the moment. I can't do too happy at the moment, everybody. Otherwise, I might crash. You don't want that, everybody, do you? Some people said, yes, man, that's weird. That's weird. But no, we're going down number 4. So, superheroes. Where do we go to with superheroes? Real superheroes, fake superheroes, AI superheroes? AI superheroes sounds good. How can we make an AI superhero? Oh, my head. I don't think we're going to be able to find an AI superhero. We can maybe find an abacus superhero. An abacus superhero. So I've got something inside of me at the moment saying, boost your ego, Gabriel, boost your ego. Tell them about all the projects and good things that you're going to do in the world. And what type of superhero did we say? Because I can only tell you it if it's not too happy. Well, I don't think we're going to do an AI superhero. AI is never going to be a superhero, is it? How can AI be a superhero? Can AI be a superhero? Let's give it a name. And the first one is always going to say non-human, isn't it? Autonomous, information, artificial, intelligence. Oh, so maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Artificial intelligence is non-human. What about artificial insanity? And we make artificial insanity, but artificial insanity just says human to me. And the robotic version of artificial insanity would be what would if artificial insanity is human? Artificial insanity. Artificial insanity. I'll let you think about that and figure out why that sounds human more than it does robotic. Artificial computer. We'll pick what the robots will be called when they go insane. Programmed insanity. Programmed insanity. So our artificial intelligence superhero is programmed insanity, PI. Pi. Our superhero is called Pi. And we got to numbers. We got to numbers. So our superhero is really, really good at mathematics. Yep. Our AI superhero is good at mathematics. How does our AI superhero do a thing of helping? So he's free. He, she, it. It's a dog. It. You said, yeah, we get one of those robotic dogs that moves and has a speaker that makes a dog noise. And we get the most real dog looking one. I don't know who wins that bet. I don't think China will win that bet. No, they eat dogs. They eat dogs. They're not going to win that bet. Who likes dogs in the world? What country? What country likes dogs? I mean, the UK. The UK must be up there, and we've got internet with the hotspot at the same time. If I can remember where I put it. Oh, so no internet to find out officially what country is going to develop the best robotic dog, but the UK has got a strong chance. They really like dogs. They would get a good robotic dog energy going in in the future sometime. And it was invented in Coventry. Coventry, yeah. I think Still, or is that Sheffield? Coventry. We're going Coventry. Coventry, UK. Coventry, UK developed the best lookalike artificial intelligence robotic dog ever. Yeah, ever. And I've hooked it up to my artificial intelligence, and my artificial intelligence is the best artificial intelligence. It does numbers the best way possible. And I've got to do Dr. Evil again. I might hold it here for a little bit longer than I did before, and it helps to talk, or does it not? No, it doesn't. And I've hooked it up to my AI, and my AI is the best when it comes to numbers and code. It is pure numbers to the absolute. And for that reason, Pi goes around the world and helps people with number problems. All the different number problems around the world, Pi sorts out. What number problems do we have in the world, everybody? What are the big number problems in the world? Olive oil. Yes, olive oil. I wanted to make chocolate nut butter, not for you, for me. And I don't have olive oil. I'll make my chocolate nut butter with olive oil. And there's none available. But I really want taste. Oh, well done, Pi. Well done, Pi. Pi made me realise if it's not going to be number one on the list, go for number two. And number two on the list is pecan nut butter. I wasn't able to think of that. Good girl, Pi. She's a girl. Oh, she's a girl. Don't do that. She's a she's a bit of a bitch. She's a bit of a bitch. For anybody in the world that likes China too much and likes all the eating of the dogs, horrible China, horrible, and doesn't know about the dogs. A female dog is called a bitch, and that's not a bad thing. It's just their name. So, what are all the problems in the world? Well, I do a reverse swing and grab the pecan. And olive oil should go in here also. But I don't have any. Um, the biggest number problems in the world. Where are we going? What are the biggest problems in the world? And let's find the numbers. What are the world's biggest problems? And we're going to take this perspective not from everything that Gabriel's ever said about the world's problems, because we all know the world's problems if we've gone and listened to Gabriel before. So we're going to pick a problem that's a problem. Hopefully it's on everybody's mind. And from that problem, we're going to find out the numbers. And then we're going to we're going to let Pi off the leash, and he's going to fix the problem. Our computers are too slow. Our computers are too slow. Don't worry, Pi's already fixed that one. Not computers too slow anymore. We've got to go a bit wonky. There's a reason why I say that. If you imagine pi, it's a really well-defined number. Hey Siri. No, Siri isn't going to work. I want to find out. I don't know. I forgot. I wanted to find something out and I forgot. I was obviously tasting the pecan nut butter a bit too much. It's not as runny because of the olive oil. Olive oil, good olive oil. I miss olive oil. It's only across the street. I wasn't able to go yesterday, the day before. Hopefully I'll be able to go today. Health. Health. Well done. Health and coffee. Health and coffee. So, how is health a problem? We all get disease. We all get disease. And we have to pay not to be diseased. We have to pay not to be diseased. How are we not going to be diseased? How is it possible just not to be diseased? We require another one. We require another one. We are one, and we are healthy. No. No. Let's rewind. We are one, and we are healthy. We're going Dr. Evil today. We're talking about money and taking over the world with our artificial intelligence superhero that's called Pi, P-I. Can't remember what it stands for. Oh, I remember the second part. What was the first one? What was the first part? What was the P? Hey, Pi, we got an... Just get back to the problems. So, my brain! It can't handle eating pecan nut butter, a dog, a camera. Well, none of those things because I couldn't handle the situation before. All of these things are helping. The point is I'm forgetting what I'm saying halfway through, but it's still helping. I know this is helping, but there's a pressure to sound like I remember what I talked about 5 seconds ago. And that pressure is huge. That pressure is huge. We have one, and one is healthy. Does one know one is one? Doesn't matter in this moment. One is healthy. That's all that matters. And one is unhealthy now. Hey, one, what's the problem? I'm unwell. Okay, so one is unwell. One is unwell. And well, what you gonna do, one? Good point, Gabriel. Good point. Number one said, good point, Gabriel. Good point. Number one said it thinks it might have to ask another one. Another one. Why do you have to ask another one, number one? You are number one. Well, whoever you are, if you're not another one already, so number one is really focusing on itself at the moment and realizing that it's speaking to something, so it really thinks it's unwell, but it's realized it's unwell. I'm now the voice inside number one's head. He's got a mental health disorder now. Number one's got a mental health disorder. He's got a split personality disorder. I've got a split emotion disorder. And it sounds like split personalities from the outside, but it's just fucking annoying. Nobody ever bothers to come and ask what's really going on. I've never told anyone. It's a split emotion disorder. But number one has a split personality disorder. And we're saying to number one, what are you going to do about your health, number one? Well, number one's having a think whilst Gabriel's eating his pecan nut butter. I won't say what I said. A little thought popped up in Gabriel's head as well. And it said, Gabriel, you just punched someone in the face that really would, on some level, doesn't really deserve it, but another level that you would just love to give a punch to the right person in the world that doesn't deserve it because you don't like them. But just because of your situation, just because they're your boss and you hate your job, even though they're the nice boss, your boss represents the company. So you just love to punch your boss in the face on some level if you hate your job. And well, they said somehow I said something that meant I punched him in the face. Yeah, that's Gabriel's head. Hey, what was that one? You need to ask another one because you're not capable of healing yourself. Okay. I'm totally unprepared. I haven't got my smoke. Um, so number one needs to ask another one, meaning another number, because then it's incapable of healing itself. Number one has a decimal inside it. That's what it is. Number one has a decimal within it. And number one doesn't understand that. It hasn't got the right perspective, appropriate perspective within itself to remedy that. Confusion. It's just the confusion, and that confusion of what's within it, which is just a decimal. And what's a decimal? Just a bit of maths. Just a bit of mathematics, another bit of mathematics. Um, so number one needs another number now. What number are you going to ask? Number one. And number one says, I don't know another number. You don't know another number. It doesn't really know and understand what's wrong with it. So number one needs to ask another one for a number. I'm going to really allow myself to slow down on this live stream. Take a few breaths here and there. So if you want to find out what miracles Pi is going to achieve, you better stick around. Yeah, I'm playing YouTube hardball. I'm not asking for a subscription. I don't ever want to ask my viewers for a subscription. No, not a like, not a thing. You do what you want with that information. But I say emotional guilt trip to stick around to find out what happens with Pi. And as a result, I'm going to take a breath or two every so often and look like I'm on another dimension. On another dimension. Weird I said that. On another dimension, not in, but I went on. So that says on, beneath, behind, in front, to the sides. And well, is that what's going on for number one? It's looking around it, just trying to find the nearest number, and it's looking before it, and it says, no, can't see any numbers before me. No numbers, nothing there exists. No, there's nothing there. So it says zero doesn't have a form. Zero doesn't have a form. If zero is a number, it's goddamn invisible. And number one looks after. And what is after? Well, it's number two. It's number two. It just goes to the first person. It doesn't know who to ask. So it says, hey, number two, I've got a problem. I'm number one and I've got a problem. You're number two. Can you help me, number two? And number two says, yeah, I can help you. I'm a doctor. And now number one knows when it isn't well, it goes to number two. Because number one cannot sort out its own problems, its own health problems. And that's been the way for a long, long time. For many, many aeons. We are human. We've decided together that we're going to amass an energy that's just going to say socializing is so good. It's an energy that's in the air, and every human that is born will feel that energy. And when they have socializing in their life at a later stage, they get something that's, well, I don't know, my brain's not working. Maybe I need to slow down. They get socializing and they realize how great it is to just know and be able to connect with another human through the five senses at to begin with. And we learn to share and cooperate and help each other, heal each other. Makes sense, innit? Oh, I'm unwell at the moment. I'm unwell at the moment. Look what I just found. My smoke. And stop worrying. I'm unwell at the moment. What does that mean? It means, well, I can either do it the way it was done before and find a way to heal my goddamn self. Yep, number one doesn't know. It doesn't know what to do. But don't worry, there's no society, there's no language, there's no community yet. We're all wild cavemen. But we're not the wild caveman of science and history. No. That's not where humanity came from. We're cavemen, we're dumb, but we're empathic. We feel other humans. If we get pissed off and angry because we're in pain and someone bumps into us, we might punch them for no reason. But most of the time we can heal ourselves. We have that wisdom within us already. But what happened was someone else started talking to number one. And number one didn't know what was going on. And before you knew it, it had a decimal inside it. And it doesn't have the capability anymore to deal with that. So as a result of the finality of another communicating with number one, we get society and everything we said. The way we're joined, everything good, language, communication. The point is, number one was programmed to just heal itself. All it had to do was one. It knew one and it pressed one. It trod one. It ate one. It shit one. It danced one. It exercised one. It exercised one. And that's all it did. And it knew how to heal itself. It was never a problem. Hey, one. I know how to do that. One. And that was its life. And then someone else came along and said, society, language, different experience with five senses as a result of all of that, and dancing, singing, joy, laughter. Yeah, late nights and partying in nightclubs too. And what happens? We get two. We get two, yeah. And two is better than one because we get late night nightclubs. So a few numbers down the road, but bear with us. So we've got two. And we find out with two we get more. We get more numbers, we get small communities. And with communities, what makes sense is to not need the wildness anymore. The healing is achieved through wildness, through being free and not having to be conformed in any way. And we realize that it just doesn't make sense to go wild when what I need is a bit of rest and love and pampering, because that works also. A little bit of TLC. It's like the wildness of insanity is just physical pain that's got too much and it's taken control of your body. And all you want, when you haven't got anything beyond yourself in your mind, and you're contained within yourself as a single number, number one, that instinct is just to heal yourself. Get rid of the fucking pain, get back in control of the pain, and be whole again, not out of your mind. And well, what happened with all the numbers is that we all forgot number one, ourselves. And after aeons, we've got people charging money for it. And that's wrong. Health shouldn't be charged. Never. Never. We've lost that wisdom that's within us. That decimal is whole. That decimal is whole, and that decimal is one. And the way to look at it is that it's the most important thing. Ourselves being whole is the most important thing. Before we can think of all the joy that another number gives us. And we've lost that wisdom, that wildness, because, well, we can tell the story of humanity and all civilization, and all the. At first, it must have been essential, so much time saving, but what else could it have been? Practicality, just making sense, human creativity, just getting better and better, making the world better. And oh no, it's become a thing, become a way. And we get off this path that we're all upon, and we're all on another path. We've basically gone too far away as a collective, as a species. Human has got too far away from itself. And we've got to get back there. No two ways, unless you're happy with your insurance, your health insurance company taking account of that responsibility. And well, they don't do a good job, do they? Why? Because we all die. We all die, apparently. With health insurance, we all die. My suspicion is if we're whole within, as a complete whole number to ourselves, it's quite a challenge in this world because it's not about being wild anymore. It's not about just going and running free in the forest. I mean, if we were allowed to live in the forest, I would have done that a long time ago. And we can't. It would be illegal. I'd get arrested. It'll be someone's land, most probably. So we have to function here within society. So I've gone through a journey where I've been wild beyond anything, and it's been tamed to what a real, once upon a time natural human with that ability and wisdom locked within them would have done in this predicament. They would have murdered. But all we need to do is know that, and know that this is the situation. And to know that whatever it is, we have to function within this society to our absolute best efforts. First. And yeah, I mean, let's get Pie out now. Let's get Pie out. Hey, girl. Yeah, good girl. Here. Here. She's licking the pecan. Oh, she loves it, I tell you. Yeah, I eat it straight after. I don't mind. I love it that much too. But don't worry, she's just metal and silicon and space age junk. Nothing natural. No flesh, no bone, no realness. But she looks like a dog. She makes, well, dog sounds come out of her recorded from other dogs. No, she says she artificially generates it after listening to all the dogs of the world. She's that good an artificial dog. You say you put extra taste on there, good girl. You got a half a smile out of me. Let me take some supplements and make myself stronger. Cod liver oil for the brain. I haven't been taking these for about 6 weeks, 2 months. And I keep forgetting. Yeah, that's the dustbin. And I keep forgetting. And what did they do? They help me remember. They help my brain function, and I feel that little bit better with them. And my brain's got a lot of clog in it. These really work. I used to take it, this particular one, in liquid form, and it is the worst taste in the world, man. Well, not the worst taste in the world, I exaggerate, but it is a, how can we describe this? They smell a bit of it. No, they don't. They're capsulated. Um, they're fermented. It's fermented cod liver oil. It's got a very distinct taste, and it's really difficult to eat it, to take it in without all your face cringing. But that is a Superman. That is a superhero top tip for everything. Find the best fermented cod liver oil that hasn't got anything else in it. Well, when I say anything else, no sweeteners, no artificial sweeteners, just no artificial sweeteners. That's the one I use, and I looked for a while and I settled on these. And basically take some of the taste. Put some of the taste in your mouth, and you can't taste it. You want to run away from the taste. And then taste something that you love and see how you naturally, not thinking about it, naturally taste it. There's space, you're tasting it. It's like all of a sudden I'm home in my body with this taste. I'm present. And what we want to do is get the way we experience the taste of this cod liver oil to the experience of that thing like a lovely pecan nut butter. And how do we do that? By relaxing and feeling the taste slowly over time. It reminds us it's a memory. It's not so bad now after 3 months. It's not so bad now after 6 months. I can naturally relax to it more. So good luck on your physical body top tip there. That's a top tip of health. Your brain is going to be firing like nothing. But I'm too weak to do that at the moment. That taste, I'm not able to relax to in any way. And what that would mean is physical pain, because it would take all my energy there, and I would experience it in the rest of my body where I need that energy. So I can't do that at the moment. But that's in the future for me, and at the moment I can just take it in capsules, which is what I'm doing. But it's all about the taste. A little drop, if you're relaxed, is like weeks or months of taking it like this. One of you will get there before me, maybe. I've got months in front of me before I'm back there. Let's go get them. Go get them. Go. So she's gone. She's going after all the numbers. Oh, that's terrible. 49. Oh, you shouldn't. Oh, we won't say a word. So yeah, she got 49 in the situation. She said 49. Pi said 49. I like this one. This number. This number's gonna heal the situation. She's a healing dog. She's a healing artificial superhero dog. A healing artificial superhero dog. So we got 1 and 2, and now 47 others. And luckily enough, number 2 was the healer. Number 2 was the healer, and there were 47 others. And somehow 47 others fixes us. Fixes 1, and if 1 is fixed, does that mean all are fixed? We'll see. We'll see where it goes. So the question is also, well, why not 50? Why not 50? Why are we going to 49? Hey, Pi? Yeah, Pi. There you are with your superhero dog ego, getting confident. Why are we not going to 50? Why are we stopping at 49, Pi? Well, what do we get with 50? We get 48 others. 48 others, and not 47 others. Got no idea how this is going to help. I'm just following Pi. Just getting comfortable a little. So as a species, we're so far away from realistically doing anything with society to getting back to natural human, healing human that knows it's with another, one with another, and not another. So let's see if we can rewind the story. Yeah, just my body spasming. Nothing to worry about. Everybody happens all of the time. No problems. No. Let's imagine one whole. It's wild. It's alone. It doesn't do family. It may or may not have offspring, but they're not its responsibility. Its responsibility is itself. It heals itself all the time. It does not require 3 flipping mountains a day that we call food. No. It just needs a few things that it finds whenever it finds them. It would not need meat. It would not need meat. If it found itself in the most extreme of circumstances, meat would be a possibility, but it wouldn't need it in the first instance, no. And it is so happy with the little bit of food that it eats. It is unbelievable. The way it eats a little bit of food is like all the food we could eat in 1,000 years. That much enjoyment in a little bit of food. It does not care. It runs like a Mercedes, man. A Mercedes tuned up by AMG. I don't know what that means, but I know AMG tune Mercedes cars, and I know they're meant to be better. A lot better. They make more noise, and that's good with a car, isn't it? Unless you're a Tesla and you've tuned up your Tesla. Why have you stuck a speaker in a Tesla with a loud electric car noise? No, that doesn't work. It is good being alone. It has interaction with other humans, other animals, and it is animal-like. It isn't afraid of the animals. It's not stupid. It's not going to pick a fight with a bear or a lion, is it? It could if it really needed, and it probably would give a good fight. A good fight, not like what we could do. We'd get mullered. It would get a punch or two in at least. So it is a lot stronger. It's a lot stronger, running on next to nothing, because it doesn't need anything in the first place. It doesn't know that. It just gets by for months if needed without food, and always finds food before long enough, or it takes itself somewhere else where there is food. But we eat round the same table as 49. As a 49, we eat round the table, and there's 49 seats around this table. And what are we doing? Well, if we do it as a community, we don't always have massive amounts of food to feed 49 people. So it may be like just the children will eat, or just the women, or just the men that have come back from hunting. We allocate the food, and it's only here and there, and we don't really need it. And it's like a gift for your hard work, or just for being a dumb idiot kid. So adorable. Here's a here's a berry. But soon enough, we've lost ourselves and realized food is really, really good, and we've sold ourselves out for food. We've sold ourselves out for massive, massive tables and chairs that we don't need when we could sit on a log around the campfire. We've sold out for all the good things that money can buy, because we have to work and eat in a rush. But once upon a time, eating together was just like nature's gift. We don't always sit together because we don't always have enough food. We don't really hunt. We don't need to. We just, oh, you went for a hike in the mountains today and you brought back a basket with you. Fantastic. And that was food. That's all we needed. But soon enough, long story, we got too far away from it, and it was amnesia to the situation. It's like we can't do it for ourselves anymore. We can't live and function anymore, and we need external things. We need what food gives us in terms of medicine, because if it's natural, it's all positive. Why would we eat the wrong thing if we were living wildly and we just knew what to eat? We wouldn't eat the wrong thing. Not because of taste, we don't need to. And that's where the problem came in. We needed to eat food after a while of coming together, because coming together was more, held more energy than that of what is inside of number one. As a potential, that's how it looks. It's like if what is inside of each individual one of us is stronger, then we would have held out. But for whatever reason, socializing and what that gave was so good, we took the risk. or there was some problem eons ago that we've all forgotten that's responsible for that. So we can either go conspiracy theory or just look at it in terms of energy. The way forwards from wherever we were alone after realizing there's more than ourselves and what that can give gave us like a, a safety raft, and we pushed off to sea. I'm a little bit uncomfortable, and I'm in a bad way. Um, we pushed off to sea, and we pushed off to sea together. So, in other words, number one committed to 49. Number one made a commitment to 49, but it didn't make a commitment to 49. It made a commitment to everything that is 49. And what is 49? All of the numbers, including itself. So number one has made a commitment to 2, 3, and all the way to 49 now. What's its commitment? Well, the answer is we are 49. We are 49. And number one is saying that now. Not me, number one. Number one is saying we are 49. I'm trying to hear what Pi is trying to communicate as good as possible. So number one realizes it's no longer possible to be number one alone again. And now number one says, well, I'm 49. I'm 49. But it's not I am 49. Because once upon a time, it wouldn't have been able to say I am number one. No, there would be no thought. There would be no language. It just says, or it sings. I can't sing at the moment. But it was a beautiful, beautiful sing once upon a time, number one. It would be like healing. Because it's alone, it just hears itself. It knows itself. And when it lets out any sound, it hears it back and it balances itself out, because otherwise that would be a waste. And number one cannot waste the thing because it is whole. So any noise that it ever makes is healing. All it has to do is hear itself, grunt if it needs to grunt, sing if it needs to sing, scream, laugh, whatever it is that comes out of number one, heals number one. But now number one is we. Number one is we. Number one is we. And we is 49. Number one now has to divide itself by 49, doesn't it? And we can see, number one, why the voices in your head are happening, Pi says. We found the crux of the problem. This is all I do most of the day. It really does help, this, believe it or not. It looks a bit mad. Just puts a slight pressure on my neck as I'm trying to remember my physical body. It just says, no, you're not up there, you're down here. It responds, believe it or not. That's how far out of my physical body I am. I do things like this, and I talk it through the process. I say, "No, you're not up there. You're down here," and it responds. It's amazing. But what am I doing? I'm following what I'm saying. I'm saying up there, and I'm thinking up there. And then I think down here with this new, soft, quite soothing weight pressure just in the right place. And it's so much in the right place, I'm going to have to hold it there with my left hand. And I say down here. Yeah, down here. Not up there, down here. And my consciousness follows that journey. And my consciousness, instead of being up there, is now down here. Thanks to a pillow. Thanks to a pillow. So it's really, really difficult healing. Massive amounts when you're up in the clouds. That's how severe it is for me at the moment. But with the no thinking, I just put it in the right place. And I follow the journey because I'm ill. I'm 49. We are 49. I am, we are 49. I am, we are 49. It's the thing that will make the sense the most. And I have to follow the journey with language. But number one would have just seen it, man. Felt it, put it there, and bang, it's down. And it can do that with a bush, it can do that with a tree, it can do that with a rock, the coolness, the heat, the sun, the water, the fire, the snow, the rain. And it puts itself into the perfect position every time. And what is the perfect position? No position, just itself, number one. Is that going to be possible with 49 now? No, it's going to be some sort of crazy dance together, surely. That doesn't seem possible. Seems too much. So, how is it possible that we're all 49 with what's required to be whole individually and also 49? We form countries. Borders. We are 49. You see my fence, no more than 49 can enter unless they enter from inside 49. Someone gives birth and it becomes one more. Or leaves and it becomes one less. But it has to happen within 49. Anything that happens outside of 49 doesn't belong to 49. And that's the problem. That's the problem. We are 49, but what is it? If we were whole and we've been cast off into the ocean on this journey, going forwards together because it makes sense the most, it's so good together instead of being alone where we can just heal ourselves. How good would it be to be able to just heal ourselves in any moment? It'd be it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? Absolutely fantastic. But whatever it is, this madness is that prevents us from currently healing ourselves, it has within it, maybe not exactly how it looks, but within it are the seeds for everything that we need that together equates to more than us being immortal in the first place. And it seems like fences are the problem. Don't fence in, we are 49. So don't fence in 49. Therefore, what happens to 49? Nothing can come after it. What do we mean by that? if we start with 49 as a number, just thinking about numbers, that's what Pi says. Just take it back to numbers, Gabriel. You'll find the answer in numbers. We are 49. So how are we writing that? 49. But where are we writing that? We're writing that at the beginning. And then anything else that happens to 49 comes after it and will have to be a decimal. Back to the original problem. So we cannot fence in 49. How are we ever going to do that and continue? By saying, well, we don't know what else is going to come, if it's going to be 0 or 1 or anything more. Therefore, 49 just has to go last. Last. 49 is on the end of the number. 49 is on the end of the number. What else is within 49? Well, definitely 1, definitely 2, definitely many. Definitely many. So let's write, the number at the moment is many 49. And well, what else? Where does 49 begin? Is it with 1? We say write it with 1. So it begins with 1. It has many within it and ends on a 49. That's the number so far. It begins on a 1 because we want to be whole. And what we're trying to fix? Health. We're trying to fix health. Let's take some more supplements, maybe. They're all on the floor everywhere. They're all on the floor everywhere. What other supplements do we have access to? None without moving. No, that's not going to help in the immediate. Maybe no supplements right this second. So, we are 49, and we've realised a few things. And we almost went to a decimal then, which was the original problem. Do we say there's a decimal within us, within we? We begin on a 1, we end in 49, and there's many within us. Do we have a decimal within us? Do we have a disease within us? That's the disease to number 1. Or do we not? Do we not have a decimal within us? In the finality, so we don't know. We do not know if we have a decimal within us, but we have a number being formed. And we don't know if it's a decimal or not. Has a decimal within it or not. Real big problems, Pi. I wish you could speak human. Yeah. AI and it can't do human. It just dog all the time, and it's my best effort to understand dog. We found Pi's humanness in a superhero. Every superhero is a bit human, even Superman. Give him kryptonite, it's basically human. And he takes all his superpowers away. That's Pi's humanity. Is that it? It can't talk human. It's just understood by Gabriel's love of dog radar. Love of dog. Yep, for all the dog lovers in the world, you all speak dog and you can understand pie just like Gabriel. Don't care if you don't like numbers, you will like pie. Best looking realistic robot dog ever. Ever. They didn't have this robot dog in ancient Egypt. Their robot dog was a bit sandstone block and limestone. Sphinx style. No, not Sphinx. Not Sphinx. Pie looks more like what type of dog is Pie? What type of dog is Pie? German Shepherd? Oh, that's all the English. See, I'm in England. All the England love German Shepherds. I don't know. There's a lot of German Shepherds in England. Um, well, we can't call her mild dog. Mild dog was a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, crazy little Rottweiler, stocky, loyal beyond anything dog. So much love. Oh, we go Chihuahua. We go Chihuahua. Pie is a Chihuahua. Pie is a robot Chihuahua. Well, I'm running out of coffee, guys. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have to get the coffee on somehow as well. So many things going on at the moment, and I'm not here. Um, well, I want to talk about myself and something I might order for the channel, but if I start talking about that, we won't find out how to heal number one, and that's the most important thing. So, is that what we do? We think that's what we do, but no, it's not what we do. I was going to say, we say 1 point something. We are number one first. We are number one first, and everything else comes after. Therefore, it's a decimal. But we end in 49. Everything we do is for 49. So it means we're searching. Everything we're doing is for 49. But we are one, so we are searching. Is that correct? Is that clear? That doesn't sound clear to people. We haven't fenced ourselves in. That's why this number isn't just 49. The whole point is that there's more numbers. And we've said because there's going to be more numbers, we're at the end. And if there's more numbers to be found, we could get bigger. And we could become another number bigger than 49. Is it possible we could become one more number? Yes. That's very easy and simple. It makes sense. Is it possible we could become 2, 3, 4, or 5 more numbers? Well, yes, if we are 49 and we don't put up fences and 4 people come walking one day and they've left their old number, they were 794. Wow, wow. Hey, 4, we're 49 4. Do you want to come into our 49 4 and we can find out about 794 together? And what happens is we become 53 and we end on 53 now. We are 1, we begin on a 1, there's many within us, and we end on 53 now. But what's within 53 is also 794. The wisdom of 794 is held within 53 with 4. And that goddamn has to go in the middle of the number. But because that's happened, we're talking about another dimension of a number, 794 now. So we're a decimal all of a sudden, whether we were a decimal before or not. We're definitely a decimal now. So what are we doing? We're growing. We're not fixed on the number. It's a working number. It's a working number that doesn't stop until it is done. It doesn't stop until it is settled. And can say, yeah, I am 8 billion, and count the births as they come in, count the deaths as they go out, and it is on point to every human being on the whole planet. That is its final destination, to know that information. And that might be it. That really might be the solution. Believe it or not, what every human needs to know is that number. The number that we end on is now the total of humanity, being able to clearly see the births and the deaths against that number, fluctuating accordingly. We know we begin on a 1, and there's many within us, and we have many decimals now within us. Many decimals within us. But we said no fences. And our lives aren't no fences, are they? Many fences, our lives. We have walls, we have locks on the door, we have locks on our other mobile fence, a car, a bike, a scooter, a van. And locks are on there too. There's locks everywhere, defining more fences that you can't go past. So what we know is that there's more decimals out there that we're not allowed to go into. But we have access to a certain amount of decimals within us as a whole number now. Wow, one whole number that's fluctuating and working number, and it has many decimals within it and has a greater possibility to access at any moment. What a number that is. Are we that number? No. Now, it seems really, really weird, all these analogies of numbers and everything. But if we can see our life that simply, take it back to the number, say that we are the number one. Claim the number one, but we're not the number one. We are that image of the final population of humanity, set off against the amount of deaths and the amount of births. How many deaths should we be aiming for? Nothing! No number! Nothing. We should be aiming for none. No deaths, constantly positives, and then the positives just stop. No more positives, no more deaths. No more positives, no more deaths. Just until we can collectively, as a whole number, yep, that number that you are is also the number that everybody else is. As a result, we are that number. We are the same number. We are the same number. Every number is the same number. And every number is a working number because it never stops. And what do we need to do with a working number to correctly define it? Is to stop it. So just for a month, how about this? We all get together and say, let's get it to a number. Let's get it to a number. Give ourselves the correct number. And let that sink in. And when we're all ready together, when every number is ready, we all move forwards together, one step at a time. With every single new birth, 8+ billion people consent together. And for everybody, for anybody that wants to leave, we all consent together that they can pass on. So we all mourn every single passing, every single reduction, we mourn it. Every single gain, we celebrate it. But we're also celebrating the reduction in this way because there's 8 billion of us and we can't move forwards if that number doesn't leave. And we have to move forwards. That's the only rule. But if that number wants to leave and it has waited its turn, it can leave. But we're 8 billion people and there's going to be a lot of long list on both sides. But what's most important is that we fucking stop. We fucking stop. We fucking know the number that we are. And we can say that now. I can point to myself that we are this number. Yes, me, you and everyone are this number. We are this number. Is that important? For a mind that operates numbers through unconsciousness, therefore it's an insanity. We're not conscious of the way we operate numbers like we are with language. Let's reverse language and numbers just for one moment. You speak, you know what you say. I speak, I barely know what I say, but I know numbers to a little extent. So I'm doing numbers and language. I mean, it looks a bit weird, my language, but that's because I'm doing numbers. With most people at the moment, the way they do numbers is, I don't know, it's just a number. I don't think about it. Can you do that with language? That's what I try to do. Don't think about it, just let it come out. When it shouldn't be physically, humanly possible for that to occur. I just let it come out. But when I'm thinking about numbers, oh, I'm alive. Oh, I'm alive. I'm putting numbers in their place. It's a working number. I'm alive with it. It's not a dead whole number yet. I'm healing myself. I'm healing the whole planet with numbers. So I'm conscious with numbers. You're not. What was the point of this? Where were we before? The point is, just imagine, how can we get this picture better? Let's roll a smoke. That's how we can get it better. Good idea, 49. Good idea, 49. What a fantastic idea, 49. Roll another smoke and chill out a bit. Imagine not being able to define what you are in language. I say to you, who are you? What are you? You can explain it to me in any way other than language. What are you going to do? You're just going to stand there looking at me and say, I'm defined, aren't you? And we say, are you defined as a whole? Are you defined as a whole? And you can't say a word. You can't say a number, can you? If you could say a number, yes, it's language, but it's meeting language halfway. And you would be pretty whole. But what has happened is that you just know the number. And numbers are an immense amount of our lives. They run us. They run us. Every bit of energy that we think we own is run by a number system within us, secretly locked within us. Numbers, time, money, bus times, train times, petrol prices. Numbers means so much, carries so much energy. Think about it. Next time you hear a number and you think, oh, that's an important number, it's come at a moment that's really pressured and intense in life. Like, I really needed that paycheck. Oh my God, I can't believe it's more this month. It's 20% more. And you see the numbers and you don't think about the goddamn numbers, you just think my life. And then we think with words instead of the number. Oh my God, that number means. And then we read the number. And when we're not thinking about our paycheck, we're just looking at the number. How special that number is. We don't realise that. And if we keep going forwards with what that number contains, is a whole matrix of numbers within us. Why are they doing ones and twos on the matrix? I've made the smoking mix with loads of medicinal herbs. There's lavender in it and it tastes amazing. Not too much though, I can't handle too much. The point is, if we were able to just do that as a collective, have a fixed number within us that is on autopilot. No, 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 I just know it's on my phone, that number, that's the number I am. And we say that back. We say that back, and we're allowed to say a number because it's numbers first, not language first. If it comes out as language, it's okay. In other words, you're allowed to grunt, aren't you? You're allowed to scream if that's who you are, but you're just not allowed to say language. But a number is defined by a language, so how else can I say a number? Do I just keep holding up my hand so you go 10, 20, 30, 40? So we could do that also. And we've communicated 49. That's exactly the same thing. But it's a really big number to do that, isn't it? So we go to language, we're not idiots. And we say a really, really big number of how many we are. How many we are. And within us, there's a stop within all of the madness that runs numbers. There's a stop, there's a definition, and we are whole together. We are whole together. Why? Because the number that it takes for me to be whole is the same number that it takes for you to be whole, for us all to be whole. Therefore, we are dependent upon being the same number. Can we apply that back down to 49? Now we've gone to infinity and everybody. We are dependent upon being the same number. So it's almost like we are both 1 and 49 down the middle. We cannot separate ourselves. But the point is 49 might grow. We will never grow. So we can clearly say it's 1 point many ending in a 49. That's the number so far. So we said the strange thing, there are many decimals within us. And it's almost like a weird thing. Because we said that as 49 and we end in 49. And I'm reluctant to say sides. I've got a thing within me that says just steer away anytime in your life that language comes to the reference of sides. It's not helpful on some unconscious level, just like what I've described. We're not conscious about numbers to that extent, are we? Nope. So many things are unconscious within us. But if we are claiming 49 first, we end in a 49. That's the first thing we say and communicate, not the number that it begins with. We read the number differently. We end in a 49. There is many within us, and we begin on a 1. So the beginning is an infinite decimal. Number 1 is an infinite decimal. Good girl, Pie. You've come up with some really good stuff today. Yeah. Ah, she's adorable. So 1 is an infinite decimal. 1 is an infinite decimal. We end in a 49 and there's many within us. So what we're looking at is if number 1 is an infinite decimal, together as a collective, it's like we're sitting on the side, but not the side. We're sitting within the decimal. So we're sitting within us. We're sitting within us as a collective. And us as a collective is defined as 49 in this moment. And that's the side that we live on. That's the side that we work in. That's the point. We work as 49 and we're looking back at 1 and realizing that number 1 is an infinite amount of decimals. As a result, sorry, I just realized I've lost another 30 pounds. I won't tell you why, but there's a 30 missing within us as well. No, I'm not sorry. I'm never sorry. I know I said sorry, but I'm not sorry. There's just 30 missing within us. Do you feel our pain, or are you not whole? Are you not whole? Are we not whole? Are we not whole? And that might be my problem. I'm talking about us as a 49. And I go and talk to another number in 49, and they think they're an infinite decimal now. That's not good. They need healing. They need healing. That number, what number pi? What number pi needs healing? She says number 1. She says number 1 needs healing. Number 1, the infinite decimal, needs healing. So what does that say? Well, it depends. It depends. If we are a working number, growing number, destined to be bigger than 49 or smaller, just destined for change. We're not whole. We're within the 49, which could change at any moment. 2, protect the 1. To protect ourselves, which is number 1, we are within the 49. That's what we all commit to. As a result, we find ourselves within 49 and not within 1. And we need to be within 1. Why? Because we should begin with 1. Why should we begin with 1 and not end with 1? Is it really complicated? Because language teaches us, we've got to read it that way. So either we mix things up and start saying our numbers the way that just makes goddamn sense. And then it doesn't matter. So in other words, we burn Babylon and the towers of Babel, the invention of language, and we say, whatever it takes, just read the goddamn number, however it's meant to come out, beyond what makes sense with language. or put in a shit ton of work and say nobody's allowed to pop. Either way, positive or negative, however we're seeing that, celebration or mourning, however we're seeing that. Because we can't get a fixed goddamn number just to heal that unconscious part of ourselves to say there is this many people in the world, right? Well, we will never say that because language is inefficient. And it happens too fast on the screen at the moment to really make. But if we could see that on the screen, and if we knew energy, if we just knew energy and meditated on that, just looking at the number, not thinking and realizing that's me, that's we, that's we. And through we, I get me. Through we, I get me. And that's what we all want. But we don't want to ever get too far away from we because there's so much to have there. We're not going back to being alone. We'll forever be a we with a me. And we meditate on this app now that gives a live reading, but we're never going to get those numbers. China lies all the time about population and everything. Try and get that from a poor country where they're guessing the amount of births and deaths in the countryside. Never going to happen through technology. How's that going to happen? To get a pinpoint location for every human on the planet Earth and a fixed, defined number. Know the births that are happening on the planet. Show that next to it. Show the deaths happening next to it. Make it like an iTunes visualization and just meditate on it. And what are we doing? We're seeing the ones and twos in the matrix falling on the screen. And we're like, yeah, man. But we're not like, yeah, man. Language is like, poof. What was Babel? What was Babel? Babel, Babel, Babel. And we're just looking at the number now that's a visualization. And we're meditating on it. And while we've got our favourite glass of wine with us and we're relaxed and we're zoned out and we're just meditating, but we're doing it with our eyes open and we know what it means. It's we, it's me. And if I can just feel that on every emotional level of what that represents through a visualization, understanding what's happening with a very simple visualization as we go forward together. I connect to that energy if I do it enough. It's like a very well-defined gradual pattern. And I can see the pattern in this visualization forming over time. And because I'm meditating and I'm giving it my energy and my consciousness and my love and my thought and my everything, because it is we, because it is me, it becomes something very, very strong in my life. And that strength of a simple visualization, what does it do? It leads the way to stop. It leads the way to stop. So we might not be able to get a fixed, definite number, but we can do our best. Our best guess at where you need to go for a stop is this path that we're upon. This path that we're upon is the best path to give every human being access to a direction that says this way to stop. This way to stop of numbers within ourselves, to release language and every other fixation that we have. Well, and who knows what lies beyond there? Should we find out together? Shall I make the app? Let me know if I should make the app. If you want me to make the app, I'll make the app. If you want to steal it, just give me some credit that I figured it out live thanks to Pi, me and Pi, Gabriel and Pi. And make the app. I'll download the app and you've saved me some effort. I just want credit. If you want to give me any money, I'll take the money now. I really need 30 quid right this. Well, what was it? It was a little while ago. Some numbers ago. Good girl. Good. Good artificial intelligence healing dog pie. Programmed insanity pie. Well done, pie. Programmed insanity. Welcome to the artificial intelligence world. It sounds shit, man. Let's relabel artificial intelligence. What are we calling it? Programmed insanity. Yeah. All in Pi's honour. It's all programmed insanity. It absolutely works because artificial insanity, which is within us, needs to die. Artificial insanity within us needs to die. So therefore, we need programmed insanity and good girl pie. Good girl pie. I hope we've learned something today. I have a good chance of ending this live stream. This is all I've tried to do today since the moment I've woken up. What do you think is in Gabriel's mind? Smoke and coffee as soon as he wakes up. The temperature. Making sure the temperature's right. His technology. Just get the MacBook on. Make a screen come alive. I don't really need to know a thing. I won't look at the internet. I'll check my emails and that'll take 2 seconds and that's it. But get a screen on always. Have a screen on always. It makes me feel rich and important in this world. I've got my coffee. I've got my smoke. I've got my screen. And well, live stream came next and it's probably gone 7 o'clock at night. And what comes next? What comes next? Just feel the pattern, man. Feel the pattern. Get some artificial intelligence. One, certified by the reincarnation of Jesus. That's important to me. That it's certified by the reincarnation of Jesus, not the Christian original. The reincarnation isn't Christian. So imagine that. And the AI that you select, make sure that it's certified to him. And, well, along the pattern, as we're visualizing this very simple pattern of a number that's likely to be increasing on the whole at the moment, the deaths in some sort of bar chart that goes up and down, the births in the bar chart that goes up and down next to it, and maybe you make nice patterns that make sense to geometry and what's taking place there in terms of the numbers. And as a result of that geometry, get an artificial intelligence to translate it into music certified by the non-Christian reincarnation of Jesus. Make some money, put my label on it, pay me if you want. And wow, man, we're all going to stop thanks to a pattern. The instruction is sit back, chill out, listen to some music just at the right level, just at the right brightness and for the pattern. Maybe you give it some different color options. Maybe you give it black and white as an option for the serious meditators. Fast and slow patterns coming off it so you can set it to your feelings, basically. And you just feel the pattern and you meditate on what that pattern means. You're accessing another half of yourself that is immense because it's connected to everyone. It's everything. It's the access to everything. And who knows what will happen? Who knows what will happen? Maybe one will understand many. One will understand many. So, that's the end of the live stream. We can't really call this a live stream anymore. I don't feel alive. It's a stream. And well, let's just chill, man. Let's just chill to the flow of the stream together. Forwards always.